Hi guys, welcome back. I'm Maya with Simply Bloom. So I have a new plant haul for you on the bench and down there. I try to line them up to get a cool picture. I don't think it worked. They're all just kind of smushed together. So my husband and I went to the garden center the other day to buy potting soil. Only potting soil, nothing else. We left with a full cart of plants and no potting soil. But I am so excited for the plants, and I just want to do kind of a haul and show you everything that we got. All of these cool plants. So I'll probably take them off, put them down here just to kind of separate them from the rest. So I got a couple different varieties of barberry. The first one is this orange rocket. Orange rocket is more of an upright growth habit, 36 to 48 inches high, 24 to 36 inch spacing, zone 4. I think all barberries are zone 4. But look at this. Starts out with a burgundy orangey color. And I was reading that it turns more of a bright red in the fall. And this plant is doing research on, I found it on the Monrovia website. They have I found a beautiful picture. I'll pop the picture up on the screen now because I want to do something like this in my garden. I love the bright orangey red of the barberry, and then in front of it, there's some type of, I think it's salvia, a deep purple blue salvia in front, and I saw a yellow bearded iris, and I just loved everything about that picture. So I'm going to use that as inspiration, and I have plans to do something similar with these. But I was reading, like I said, on the Monrovia website, and yes, Monrovia said it can get 4 to 5 feet tall, so a little bit different than what this tag says. 2 to 3 feet wide. 2 to 3 feet wide, but it won't reach that until it's 10 years old. So extremely slow growing. Orange rocket. Next barberry that I got is this one. Now I already have one of these. Chrisman Pygmy. So unlike the orange rocket, this one is more of almost like a ground cover. It only gets 18 to 20 inches. It only gets 18 to 24 inches tall, but 24 to 36 inch spacing. So definitely lower growing, same 40 below. Very pretty, a little bit darker burgundy color. Like I said, I already have one of these, and I wanted to pop this on the other side of the bed just to kind of mirror the other one. Next, I got 2 daylilies. So funny story about daylilies. When I first started my love of gardening, there were 2 plants in particular that I never liked and I never wanted to add in my garden. One was daylilies. Second one, bearded irises. Now I love them both. I especially love bearded irises, but I'm really starting to enjoy daylilies. Anyways, got 2. These are Monterey Jack daylilies. These tags are pretty vague. 12 to 36 inches tall, 18 to 24 inch spacing. This is zone 3. And I wish I had a good bloom to show you. I'll pop up a picture. Pretty much a very pale yellow with a little streak of blushing red. Very, very pretty. I have 3 Veronica here, but 2 different varieties. So I have the Magic Show Wizard of Oz, which is that deep blue. I wish they would have had more. I would have gotten more. If I see more in the garden centers, I want to get more, because this up against the orange rocket barberries, yes, please. So I think that's the plan. If I see more, I need to talk about it. 14 to 16 inches tall, 8 to 22 inches wide, zones 4 through 8. Very pretty. And then the other 2 is Magic Show Pink Potions. 14 to 16 inches tall, 18 to 22 inches wide, zones 4 through 8. Yes, so I'm very excited about those. My daughter, she's 6, especially loves anything to do with pink flowers, so she'll be happy with those. Next, plants. I've said it a couple times. I am suckers for anything to do with compound leaves, especially if the compound leaves have that serrated edge. Oh, love these. So these are the matcha ball. I can't even see it. My goodness. Matcha ball ash leaf spirea. I am not a fan of spireas. My husband is not a fan of spireas. I just think they look sparse and kind of to me. Maybe I just haven't had the right variety. I saw these and I'm like, oh my gosh, what are those? I want them. I flipped the tag open and see Spirea, and I just kind of remember yelling at the garden center, like, what? Because I had just like a bad thing against Spireas. I don't know. I've seen a lot of beautiful Spireas in other people's garden. Like I think there's one called the candy corn Spirea and the blue kazoo, Kazoob. I don't know. Anyways, like I said, maybe I just haven't had the right varieties. But I thought that was just funny because I'm always kind of like, no spireas, don't want spireas. And then I instantly saw these, instantly said I wanted them. And then I saw the leaf in it, or the tag, and it just blew my mind. Anyways, back to the plant. Back to these gorgeous things. They get 2 to 3 feet tall, 3 to 4 feet wide, zones 3 through 7. The new growth does get kind of like this reddish tint to it. They do get some blooms, but not very many. Not very many. And I was watching a video on these. There's a different ash leaf spirea that gets insane. I actually have it. But I heard that that one can be kind of a beast with suckers. This one does not have any suckers to speak of from the video that I was watching. It was a Bailey's video. I've heard all good things about these. So I'm very, very excited. And these are actually going to be planted next to the Chrisman Pygmy Barberry. So it'll be kind of like this. So this will get a little bit taller and there'll be a step down with this. And I just think those two tied together are so beautiful. Again, not really much about the blooms. This trip has been a lot about foliage and stuff like that, but I think that will be beautiful. Next, I have a rose. One of my favorite roses on my property died over the winter. Crazy. I have very few zone 3 roses. There's not a whole lot of great zone 3 roses. And then I have quite a few zone 4 David Austin roses, which are drama queens. Let me tell you, holy smokes. They take a lot of extra care and love in the winter, and they still die completely back to the ground. Ironically, all my zone 4 David Austin roses survived, and my zone 3 favorite rose, this one, died. I was devastated. So when I saw this in the store, my husband was like, get it. Just get it, because I've been talking about it nonstop. 4 weeks that I can't believe it died, my favorite rose. So that rose is the Miracle on the Hudson. It is red. I always thought I never used to like red in the garden. I am changing my mind. One thing I love about this is the foliage. Like, it wouldn't even have to bloom and it would look beautiful, especially like the dew resting on the leaves in the morning. So the new growth does come out this deep burgundy red. And then the older growth, you can see down here, is just the most glorious, deep olive emerald green. Love it. Absolutely love it. The blooms get big. They're not a high petal count, which is also something I don't typically love. In my mind, the more petals, the better, but it just works with this rose. Everything about this rose is perfect. Zones 3 through 10. I'm trying to remember, does it say? It doesn't say how big it gets. If I remember correctly, 3 to 5 feet tall, 3 to 5 feet wide. it was nearing 4 feet for me last winter, or last summer. Absolutely love this rose. Love it. And I'm so excited to have another one. There is like a, I want to say a cousin to this rose. It's a pink miracle, I think is what it's called. I actually got one over here. This is the pink miracle, a little bit different. This one's more of like a hybrid tea. Of course, I don't have any blooms open. There's one coming. Leaves aren't quite as green as that one. But if you prefer something a little bit more pink, I do have one of these in the garden already. It's fine. It's okay. It did pretty good last summer. This is going on year 4 for the pink one. It would have been year 4 for that one too, but it died. The pink one always dies back to the ground every year. I mean, like dies back, and it sends up little feeble shoots from the roots. This one always survived the winter more, so I can't believe it died. Anyways, both pretty good. That one's good. That one's great. Get that one. Even if you don't like red, get it. All right, last 2 items. We have our bearded irises. First one is Immortality. It is a white, just a striking white, beautiful rose. Not rose, oh my goodness, iris. And it did have a bloom stalk on it, but it is all bloomed out for the year. And then we have Sharp Dressed Man, which is this beautiful, deep royal purple with this most striking orange throat, which my husband loves because orange is his favorite color. I love the purple part, and purple and orange, you know, they just complement each other so well. So that's that one as well. But that is all my plant haul. I wish I could jump in and get things planted. My mom is actually coming over today. We're gonna celebrate her birthday, and I need to get decorating. I am gonna do like this beautiful birthday backdrop with the balloon garland. I probably should have started this yesterday, but I was busy yesterday. So here we are. But that is it. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you next time. Bye.